I think it's super interesting how connected these teams are, the history between them, and then even for the individuals where like there's not some crazy deep connection, like Venom, Zera, and Cold, the connection's there in the idol factor. And yeah, I think for Red Canids, I'm very excited to see if they can do damage here on Mirage, because this is one where, from the numbers, from what we know about Legacy, this is where they should feel right at home.
Well, no time for idle eyes. You've got to pay attention to this one. Legacy Red Canids, map 2 of the series. It's Legacy's pick. It's their chance to redeem themselves after falling short on Anubis, and it's a bit of a bash out of A. Quick trade, bomb plant. Close CT, they don't clear it, they don't check, they had no idea. Cold Zero is up on the bin, puts them in it. Nekiz with a big trade, and a retake's on.
Henny is very, very low, dinked up earlier on. Flash in towards the spawn, but with two players there, it's just bait from Nekiz, trying to get them to move through. And then Sadzin's meant to swing out and save the day. He manages it for now. 4 bullets left in the Glock as he's pressured. Venom Zera deletes him. Time's already off this bomb. No time for the Red Canids. They might get the kills, but the round goes the way of Legacy as Lato mops up the final 2.
All right, nice work. Taking the spawn, very important with a default plant. You've got to have CT, or you have nowhere to play that post plant from, and it just buys enough time, even with the low ammo on Sadzin. Just living. No kit for Red Canids, no chance. Full eco, not surprised to see it. A couple of deeks. Davideus gives it a go. Oh. You can already see Legacy looking more confident in the duels they're taking. Far more of a heads-up map when it comes to gunfights than Anubis, right? How many of the rounds did players just get burnt out of position or forced into awkward crossfires? There's going to be a lot more head-to-head on a map like this, and I think that could favor Legacy, who we know have strong individuals. Not today's errors. Not in this round, Red Canids. Still a bit of a bonus here, but we don't have helmets for Red Canids. There's not a single AK in sight. These Galils are going to hit pretty hard. They're going for a B-pop as well. Right now, double short setup. No one in the sight. Coltera getting rid of the lurker out under, but everyone else is coming in.
Oh. Cold with a lot of damage, but he's got Venom Zera there to lend him a helping hand. Henny lines up a double in the meantime on that rotate over. Sadzin falls. Wow. This 3-piece over towards B, a defense that takes place very quickly for the Red Canids. Nets him their first round bright and early. Good spray from Henny. That first man on the scene gets there just in time to help out those 2 cap players, the 2 Zeras. Safe to say they're pretty hyped right about now, I reckon it's.
Yeah, they know. They're just one map away from eliminating Legacy. And one step closer to that major. Fight up mid. Nade is good, but there's still a swing for the trade from Martin. He gets out of there as well. Gonna have to rotate spawn for this one. They've smoked off in connector. Do they really want to give this a go? Positionally, not looking good for the Red Canids with A completely conceded. They are going to group up and go for a spawn hit. That's your best move right now. 4 players, it seems. Cold lurking in jungle. But he will join them, and I mean, they can poke and prod. They don't have to commit. Flash gets Lato off the angle. Legacy takes spawn fast. They're going for it.
Oh, Nython. One and done. Cold Zera left up in this alone. Gets it down to the 1v1. Barton, low on health, tucked at ramp.
Can't find it.
Cold Zera finds that bomb. Barton calls his bluff, only spraying now, and he makes it work. Puts a stop to Cold in the clutch as Barton rises to the occasion with 3. An important win for Legacy, an important win for Barton after a quiet opening map. Standing tall versus Cold on his way to a 1v2 is not easy.
Yeah, well played. To delay his peak as well, it kind of guarantees the round. If Cold is faking, then he gets the kill, but he's not going to have time. So Barton delays it just enough. Fortunately, hits a spray as well. Cold, experience. He knew he had to stick. He didn't really have a choice there. If he fakes, he's going to get played with, even with the low health. So a nice try. I'm glad that Red Canids attempted that. It shows that they're playing to win right now. They're not playing too scared. Pressure's not getting to them, but also it's dug them a grave when it comes to the money. Got to play for next. Legacy surely off to a 4-1 lead here on the T side of their map pick. Oh, Zera.
I'm nervous on all of these. They're so close.
Not allowed. Deagle swapped over. Barton right now got it under control.
Let's see if Venom Zera can channel his Cold. Gonna need hot hands. Even just a little bit of damage here would be nice for the Red Canids. There's one.
Good eco. Bought a couple of Deagles. Got a couple of kills. What more can you ask?
No, Henny's been dropped in AWP. Didn't have the cash to buy one himself, so someone's bought that over for him. Reckon it's lacking a bit of the util. But everything they could need in terms of having that AWP. Enough to make some moves early. Fast up through Cat. Cold Zera can't withstand it. Now last time Henny doubled up here and it was key. He's in position on this AWP. Bought up for him in the round. You want Henny to find his impact here and now. Oh, Amadeus moves in with support from that scope.
Bomb's not in.
And the rest of Red Canids look to join him. They lose that one site player. Amadeus a little further afield.
Nice.
Backstab on the cards for Nython in the meantime. Venom Zera removing Sadsin. Now Legacy won't be able to watch the apartments. That only gives more room to Nython. And Henny's AWP continues to bear down upon them. Red Canids defend that B site. 4v5. They lose Cold right off the top. But Henny's AWP buys them precious time, allows Davideus to go for that audacious swing.
Yeah, I love the swing through the market door. It just keeps the chaos coming, and that allows time for the flank. If you give it up there in 4v4, you play retake, you're in such a tough spot to actually get back in that bomb site once they've established position.
And yeah, you've talked endlessly about the links between these teams and the kind of the big picture between the matchup. But even for someone like Henny, I'm excited that he's had a lot of impact in the early stages of this map. He's someone who, we talk about how experienced he is, how many different Brazilian teams he's been a part of, the various rosters you've seen him on. But at Majors in particular, he does not have a good track record. It wasn't until Copenhagen you saw him at another major since that Krakow run where they made it all the way to the grand finals. And so Copenhagen was him trying to reinvent himself. He was back there with Imperial, now donning the red Canids jersey, linking up with Cole. I mean, talked about in that interview as a real focal point of coldzera's kind of whole time talking about the early days with this roster at the RMR. How he kind of expects a bit more from Henny, how when he's involved, when he is fighting impact, he's very communicative and it's a whole different vibe. You want Henny to start strong, especially when it's him trying to, you know, rebuild the Henny legacy at Counter-Strike Majors. He's looking for his to attend his third one, which is crazy considering he's played in a grand final all the way back in 2017 at the PGL Krakow Major.
Just jumped so many ships, Harry. He's changed so many teams, left at the peak.
I mean, another like sad part there though is like his peak was in Furia, during which we were online a hell of a lot, and so that kind of stifled any chance he had making it to majors.
Oh, the pace in this game has been intense, hasn't it? Legacy doing short rushes. Now they go fast under. They've got bottom mid control with the smokes. They're going to go for a B split. That Molly is all a bit of a ruse as Neckers looks to play behind it, but Henny catches him on short side. Venomzera's been a bit of a rock at this B bomb site. Has he got any more? They actually bail. The kill comes in middle, and they don't like what they see. So Legacy will not commit without the bomb. They have to go back for the package. This is a bit of an awkward round now. As far as they know, Red Canids could even have mid control. They don't. But Legacy can't be certain.
Legacy might be up in the lead, and you might be getting a far better game from Barton, but I'm still worried as once more it's a slow start from Dumao. And that was exactly how that first map of Anubis opened. You had to wait until the second half for him to be up there alongside the rest of the gang. 1-6, his first kill in this round. Henny, that timing is atrocious, but gonna go back in for the peak. Lato will swing out through the connector, finds the AWP back at spawn. Are they ready for Nighton over at ramp? They know he should be here. They've met him on these flanks before. But Red Canids box Legacy in and tie us up at 4-all.
Great crossfires again, like Anubis. Just giving Legacy no room to maneuver. And if there is a map where Henny should go off, I feel like Mirage is that playground. A lot of energy in Shanghai. Legacy on an eco now. Finally broken. Red Canids with the chance to take the lead back.
I mean, you know, this is where you keep seeing it. Venomzera is so hyped up, and with good reason. You're playing to try to get to the major. You're playing for the personal head-to-head you have with this team. And right now, you have the momentum. You are in the driver's seat. You either make or break in these moments under this sort of pressure. And it looks like Venomzera has turned into a diamond. Let's see if he can withstand this. They get out through B. Cold hoping to pick up the pieces as the pistols break down the B site. coldzera, come on now. The duck out of there. Davideus moves in to help him.
Taking space, they're getting a gun as well. Backside, they can arm themselves. This is getting out of control right now. Someone needs to stop him. Nighton will be that guy. Neckers thinks he can pick up the rifle somehow, some way. And Red Canids do collapse upon them. I got scary for a moment, though. Even so, a bomb plant, some damage. It's good for Legacy, but it's better for Red Canids, who have taken that lead and have so much economy to play with. Keeping a lot of players alive in these 1 rounds.
Oh, double nades. Nython and Henny both get away with murder, and there's no punish out of Legacy, even though these smokes are down. And there's just problems all across the field here for Legacy. They need to take something. They need to take some real estate. And as they go looking into the spawn, sure, they deal with Davideus, but he is laid waste to Legacy before they're able to do so. Red Canids running away with this CT side. What started strong for Legacy with an early lead has very quickly fallen silent. And there is not a weak link right now for the Red Canids.
Like, so cerebral right now, right? No slow retakes, no passive rounds. The brawl has continued, and Red Canids are certainly coming out on top. Again, Legacy want to feed into it. Fast ramp through the Molotov. They look for that entry, but Nython just snipes them from spawn. Davideus double in middle, won't get out, but Henny's got the cover for the trade, and it feels like every kill that Legacy get, Red Canids respond in force. Always having someone nearby. Nython over the smoke. He's had a lot of impact in this series. He was the MVP of last map, and he's putting up another stellar game here. Solo on that A site. When Legacy go for the rush, he comes out with 2 kills. And this is a dominant game right now. This is not the Legacy glory run we've seen on Mirage this year. This has been their go-to map, their most played. They're getting wiped right now. It's only Lato putting up kills. Dumao 1 and 10, Harry. The worries continue. Can they overwhelm them? They try another time. The MAC-10s do work. That nade break does no favors. But Nython and Coldzera still keep things even. He finally falls in the spawn. Henny again, a trade from short. All too consistent. Bombs getting planted. Finally a slowdown, but for how long as Venom Zera closes the gap?
The one shining light here for Legacy, right down the tail end of the half, Lato is still alive. The bomb is not planted for Sadzin.
Yeah.
If Lato dies, this round is over. But Lato has been operating alone across this game so far.
No change.
He has to deliver. Shots miss. Venom Zera finds him. Sadzin too far away. It's not going to kill Venom Zera. He just holds the defuse. And so Red Canids, 8-4 on the half.
Felt like it disappeared so quickly, that half, right? Like so many rushes, so many brute force XX for Legacy, just trying to go B-pop round after round, running up short, running through ramp molly. Felt desperate.
Legacy are not a one-man army team. They have a trio of stars. They have 3 players that can stand and deliver. It's Lato, Sadzin, Dumao, and right now, Sadzin in that round is so out of position, there is never a way in which he can help his team. He's bogged down, stuck in the weeds of fighting Henny over on short. Lato is having to operate entirely alone in terms of being a driving force for this squad, and Dumao gets his 2nd kill on Mirage in that one there, running it up con with a MAC-10. Red Canids, meanwhile, you've got the man at the helm of the ship, Nython, topping the charts alongside Davideus. These are not the 2 usual suspects, but they are both playing up to the level. Venom Zera might not have the experience of his namesake in Cold, but he is doing all he can to leave an impression right now. Looking great across both maps in this series. Red Canids now move on to the T side. And there is no one from Legacy in A. They are going to an entirely empty site. Now, Legacy know this. They know that they were going to be left to retake if it's the A play. They have a kit, they have a smoke, they have the tools for the job. But can they do the work?
Got to pick where you're going from, right? Don't want to go through jungle as a unit, not against the Glocks. Venom's era cuts it off. They regroup spawn. This is the right call here for Legacy. It's the making of a round, but they've got no flash for this position. Neither do Red Canids. It's going to be another 4v3 in spawn, and it comes out for Legacy. Brutal pistol kills. Oh, it's getting awkward. Henny had a chance, and Davideus could absolutely win this round.
They run in. No one's looking. No one's looking at him. Davideus dancing around the boxes, and Dumao able to wrangle him back in. It's not comfortable, but they convincingly win that CT fight, and even though Henny and Davideus gave them a run for their money, Legacy do emerge with a pistol round locked in. That needs to be the second win. That has to be where you dust yourselves down and pick yourselves back up if you're Legacy.
Oh, I really thought Davideus was going to win that, right? If he tucks in, I think he might. There's no way they're checking that position with the triple plant on the front side. But he lines them up. He certainly had an opportunity. Instead, he's given Legacy a chance back into this map. They need to take it with both hands. This time, Red Canids don't play passive. They don't go for the full eco. They force. This is not a tame Red Canids. They are anything but Red Can-did. And look at the guns they've got. AK double Galil. It's a fantastic buy. Legacy do expect it coming. They go for rifles themselves. And to be fair, Legacy have a great setup in this round. 2 on the A site. Sadzin hiding in. Very well-timed smoke.
They're out behind Lato. Got to keep his head on his swivel. Sadzin could try and bail out his teammate here up on top, but coldzera swings on out and finds him. Henny in the meantime also picking up Sadzin, and one more from Henny's Galil. Henny's been such a driving force for the Red Canids here on Mirage. Barton late out through the spawn, Davideus up close, ready to deal with him. And Red Canids on their force buy immediately bring the heat with 3 from Henny.
Sick 3K. I mean,
he's doing it with the rifle, he's doing it with the AWP, he's playing positions and roles that are highly communicative and very influential how these rounds are playing out. This is the Henny that coldzera wanted. This is the Henny that fans of Brazilian CS want to see.
Henny, last RMR, when he played for Imperial, was the top-rated player of the entire RMR. New team, same Henny. Putting up a huge force-buy win for Red Canids. And Legacy don't get to celebrate long after winning that pistol round. Back to just P250s. And a scout. Might be the end of the road here for Legacy. What can they do?
Oh, that is brutal. Davideus.
Into the double setup as well. You feel let down if you're Barton.
And now he's pulled a second player over here towards B, making life easier for the rest of the Canids as they meander up through connector. They don't check for Lato, which is going to let him get away with 1, but that is all she wrote. This round over. Red Canids brave the force buy from Legacy. And they get out with 4 guns in tow, a 10th round secured, and a reset for the Legacy squad. No money left as this one is surging towards the finish line.
Davides also doesn't rush B and try and chase his X's. He knows he's forced to save, and so they've got to come to him.
This game started 4-1 in Legacy's favor.
Wow.
And outside of that pistol round in the second half, everything has come up in favor of Red Canids.
Absolutely earned. Can say nothing less. Red Canids have controlled this map even better than Anubis, somehow. And it doesn't help the Legacy won't even field a rifle round until Red Canids are on the doorstep of eliminating them. Even that buy is not going to be great. We're looking at 44 to 4,600. So Legacy potentially never even gonna get an AWP in this half. Beautiful shot for Sads in through the smoke. That might help. But it's still surrounded by default pistols. They throw the gun out of there. Sadzin attempts a B pick instead. And a top mid push is getting punished. Oh, the timing on the jump. Unfortunate. And Legacy knowing they have to make a move, go for the ramp push, but they just uncover nothing, and information is not worth anything at this point in the game. Red Canids are about to end it on B and sit up 11 to 5.
And so that leaves Legacy with one chance. One opportunity to try and save themselves on Mirage. Save themselves at the RMR. That's after making it to the major earlier in the year in Copenhagen with coldzera in this squad. He gets benched. It's a very tumultuous exit. It's not pleasant between them. You don't end on good terms. And now he might be the guy to eliminate you from your chance at the major and send you out from the RMR 1 and 3.
Quite a fall from last season. Davides, he wants everything on the way out, but rifle covers. I mean, Red Canids don't need to hunt this, right? They don't need to give any more weapons over.
Terrorists win.
And so they shan't. Final try, final buy for Legacy, unless they somehow break this amassing streak. It was 7 in a row on that CT side for Red Canids. Only broken by a pistol round. Methodical mid-take for Red Canids, and Legacy just don't have the weaponry to stop it. No AWP, they give up mid entirely. Red Canids in full control right now of the map. Neck is even getting picked in jungle. They're up in window. They can flank wherever they want right now. Davides has had so many powerful positions in this half. Python looking for a B pick. He might get it if they back out of apartments. Very dangerous setup for Legacy, but they make it clear with a deep smoke. Ooh, Dumao. The whole time Davides is ready to kill rotations. There's the entry. But are they ready for Barton? They should be.
Oh, he is destroyed, Venomzera. Quick work made. And so this one opportunity that Legacy had, this one final chance, gets away from them, And they don't even make a dent. They don't even get a kill in their last buy round of the RMR. And I think now, surely more than ever, reality is setting in. Elimination is staring them dead in the face.
And the one guy who's put up a game, who's actually had impact, who's got the numbers to back it up, Lato, is not even going to get away with his gun, it seems. He's gone as well. Nothing to play with. 12-5. This is a brutal game. And this is the mental edge we were talking about. Legacy may have their head-to-head. Legacy may have the experience on Mirage. But Red Canids are out for blood, and they have certainly got it. Mid-rush, desperate. It's all they've got. Good flash, but there's still a second player there. Dumal doesn't realize. He runs away. They'll just take the 5-on-4.
If you're Red Canids, you see that. I don't even think you're too perturbed. You're expecting something aggressive here. You know that Legacy are going to be left wanting in terms of the util, in terms of the firepower, and you know they're desperate. You've got them backed into a corner. And so that's where these moves come out. It's a sign of the times. Red Canids group, they play this slow, they play it together. They've lost Henny early on, and he's been a big driving force behind this game. And so now they send the remaining 4 into the apartments. Over here, it's been Davideus just destroying Legacy at every turn. He feels at home over here inside of this B site, there's Davideus. Let's see if he can provide the opener again. As him and Venom Zera, first man in, first man out. Dumal falls. Davideus can't manage anymore. It falls to Cold Zera, no less. You have seen this guy deliver highlights on the B site of Mirage versus his former team now to eliminate them from the RMR. Can Cold Zera do it? Boxed into a corner. Cold Zera, one more to find, but Sansin stops him. One more round for Legacy as Cold is just cut shy of a 1v4 clutch. Never were Legacy comfortable. You know in that spot more than any other what Cold Zera is capable of. They are trembling. It's one more round for Legacy, but how much longer can they keep this up?
Surely they can't, right? Surely that's just a blink of a round for Legacy. It almost would have been perfect, poetic for Cold Zera to do him like that. But I don't think Red Canids are worried about their opportunity. Plenty of chances. A perfect storm. All they need is one.
Heard of the man, heard of the myth. Can they tame the beast? Lato, top of the stairs. It's the spot on Davideus. Cold Zera. An opener found here, but everything else has come out in favor of Legacy. Him and Henny battling to pull Red Canids back into this, but they've lost Cold. Henny and Nighton have got to get this one done. They've got the space over towards A.
They're going for the big flank. This is going to take some time.
Henny holds.
Wow.
Swung out. Henny's up, fires off. Can Henny succeed where Cold fell short? 1v2 clutch laid out ahead of him. Plant found. One more man in the spawn side, and Henny goes hunting. Henny comes knocking, and Barton's dead. The end of this game has been defined by clutch attempts. Will it be Henny who swings for the fences and succeeds?
I don't think he reads this, though. It's such a crazy reposition. He came from short. Henny's still considering it. He doesn't like it. It's too quiet. There's only one place left. Henny here, ready to eliminate Legacy. And he's got the shot. It won't connect. Nade
Time's
is
the
good, it's
problem.
not enough. Henny swings
Oh!
out. There's no time. I think he's done it. Red Canids eliminate Legacy 2-0.
Henny does what Cold cannot, and look at the celebration. Red Canids live to fight another day and send Legacy packing. The team that Cold found himself a part of in Copenhagen, making that run to the major, they get sent home. A moment of regret for the Legacy squad. Dumao, Lato, Sadzin, the big three, heads in their hands as their run in the RMR comes to a close, falling short of the precedent set back in Copenhagen.
It has to feel disappointing, absolutely, for Legacy, right? A massive drop from, you know, making it to the opening stage to going 1-3 and barely even showing up in this series. It felt like that Mirage was nothing like what we expected, what we've seen before.